asked me, well, let's see, they graduated about 60 new librarians from our library school every year. Somebody asked me, are there enough jobs for those people? No, there are not enough jobs. Most of them, if they're in the north, they will get employment. Some because you don't have that many highly educated people in the north, and you do have a lot of jobs that are going begging. May not be library jobs, but they will get jobs. But there is a strange thing about libraries there. You have all kinds of libraries. You have school libraries, and that was something about the curriculum that kind of followed me. They have school libraries, but they don't have very much in the program. I think they have one course to take care of all the information a school library needs. But cataloging, they have a lot of cataloging. Diploma people and the bachelor's people compete for jobs. The bachelor's people also will have to compete with master's people for jobs. People who are teaching in library school will either have a master's degree or a PhD degree. You have 2 library schools that offer PhD degrees in library science. You have 2 that offer a master's degree in library science. And what's the problem is the profession has not decided on the standards for library education, and they have not decided on the standards for a librarian. So there are some schools that say the bachelor's degree is the professional degree. Others say the master's degree is the professional degree. So they're all competing for the same job. Then there's another group of schools, the polytechnics, that also offer library science. They offer certificate, and those people are also in there competing for these big jobs. So it really poses a problem. That's about all I'm going to tell you right now. Do you have any questions, Mr. Bell? I have talked too long. I'm so sorry. But I want to just give you a feel for the environment. I have just a few slides that I'm going to show you as to what some of the buildings look like, what the campus look like, etc. I only have a few, so it's not going to take too long. You're going to get out on time. Okay. I think that's focused. This is a welcome gate. At the beginning, when you're getting ready to enter the city, every entrance into the city has one of these archways, and it says, no, this is Maiduguri. I'm from Maiduguri in the north. This is Muslim country, so everything you see is going to pretty much reflect this Muslim culture. I think they say there are about 3 entrances into the city, so each one will have one of these archways. Also, this is another characteristic of the city. You don't have street lights, you have what they call this a roundabout. It's always located right in the center of any crossway, where you have a crossroad. And that's to keep the traffic moving around, so they will not all bunch right there in the beginning. Every one of the roundabouts has some sculpture piece there, and usually it's very well done, and it reflects something relating to the culture. In the north, they're supposed to be horse country. They love their really fine horses, and so this is what this is reflecting. This is another roundabout. You always have a beautiful artwork right there in the center of each one of the roundabouts. It's amazing that they have these roundabouts to control the traffic, but in the open freeway, there is no traffic control. Okay, this is just happened to be another one to show you that the sculptures are all there and they're all very fine. This is a federal building. Maiduguri is the capital of the state of Borno. You have federal buildings to take care of the federal business there, and then you also have state buildings to take care of state business.
This is another view of that same federal building. All the customs will be in there. Anything related to the federal government will be in that particular building. I find that in Maiduguri, it's a queer city. There is no downtown. They don't have, only big fine buildings like this that you see will be at the universities, or it's going to be a government building. Businesses don't have really large fine buildings. They may just have a little hut so you can go in, or an open market. But they haven't gotten the feel for the need for big buildings yet. This is a state building. This is going to be comparable to our state capitol. It's the back of the state secretariat. And this is the front of the building. It's one of the most beautiful buildings I have ever seen. It is simply gorgeous. But it's something that they tell me is unique to Muslim culture. They don't go so much in for art for art's sake. Most of the artwork, or whatever they have, is for utilitarian purposes. So when you go inside this gorgeous building, everything is just a chair and a table. You have no decoration whatsoever. That's another view of the building. I just simply think it's beautiful. The grounds are simply gorgeous. You have lovely gardens, sculptured flower gardens, and they stay blooming year-round, even though you must remember we are on the edge of the desert. You go just about 50 miles from Maiduguri and you see nothing but open space, no trees, no grass, no whatever. This is a typical street. You see all the beautiful trees. I think they must have been planted because just around you're not going to have any trees. We have water 4 months a year, rain, and then the rest of the months you don't see a drop of water. From October to June, I didn't see any rain. I thought it was interesting. Where's Dr. Logan? Yeah. She wrote me a letter and said, "Oh, we're just being deluged with rain." And I hadn't seen rain, water in months. Okay, this is a typical street. This is a downtown area. You see, they really don't have a downtown, but this is kind of like in a shopping area near a market. The street there is kind of soiled. The same as you see this street is kind of soiled. But wherever you go, the streets are clean, very clean. And for them not to have so much water, it's amazing how the people are so clean. I mean, the clothes are clean, always pressed. The bodies are clean. It's just wonderful. I just don't see how they do it. But then somebody tells me that they have a lot of help. They have houseboys and housegirls. They don't really have to do the work. So here you have market women sitting along the streetway selling their goods. These kind of people, this is where you would go to buy whatever you want. They do have major market areas, but along the roads usually you will see this. They call some of these petty traders, but I understand some of them are very wealthy. They do very good work here. They make good money doing that sale. Now we are on campus. This is a street that's running by one of the houses, staff houses. This is a house similar to the one in which I was living. Some people had the large, beautiful homes, 4 bedrooms, 2-story, but all are just simply gorgeous. But one thing that always amazed me about these gorgeous homes that the university will provide for the faculty, it doesn't matter how beautiful the home is, you're always going to see an animal pen. They're going to have their goats and their sheep attached to their house or attached somewhere in the backyard. And I just, this is on campus. I showed you the previous picture was faculty living. This is dormitory. This is a boys' dormitory. First and second year students must live off campus. Just the opposite of what we do. We usually have freshmen to live on campus. But the first and second year students, boys, must live off campus. And then the juniors and seniors and graduate students live on campus.